Hello everyone, this is Cody Lee of BlackCatBooks.org, author of I, the Dragon, Cruel and Beautiful, Rabbit Hole, King Dio, Lauren Frey, and the upcoming Jaw of the Dragon. So, this past weekend, I actually took the time to play through Star Fox Command on stream. Now, I didn't get every single ending or anything like that, but I played through the first campaign. Like, you have to play through the first route before being able to, like, choose your own path, which is kind of lame, but whatever. That's how they structured the game. So I had the opportunity to play through Star Fox Command for the first time, I think, in over a decade. I'd been wanting to return to it ever since Zero came out, but I never found the time, never got around to it, never really wanted to do it, and I finally got around to playing it again. And my initial impression was that the game isn't nearly as bad as people say it is. Now, I'm not saying it's good or anything like that, but compared to, like, some of the real shit on Nintendo consoles, compared to, like, stuff like Yoshi's New Island, stuff like, I don't even know, like, stuff like Pikmin 2, like, there are things to like about Star Fox Command. I do like the strategy gameplay, I do like the enemy variety, I do like the boss fights, I do like some of the things they do. I don't like the plot, I don't like the multiple paths. I don't like the story, but and the only thing I can really find a fault with the gameplay itself is perhaps the fact that it's just simply too repetitive. Like, you simply do the same thing over and over and over again every single map, and the strategy aspect feels a little bit limited. It feels like they didn't really do a whole lot with the concept, and it's kind of a shame. I feel almost like if they had actually made the story good, if they had actually made, like, the conflict between, like, the Angler forces interesting, if they actually had, like, real character drama and real moments and, like, real emotional heavy moments, like they did in Star Fox Assault, right? It could possibly have worked. It could have worked as probably, like, the best Star Fox story, right? I could have seen them doing that, but unfortunately, the story kind of revolves around Fox and, like, getting cucked by Crystal and them basically going through the relationship drama while they're fighting aliens. Like, I don't understand this game and its and its like general idea because the entire point of, like, this game is that, like, oh man, like, Star Fox split up and Fox has to fight the Anglers himself, but he basically just calls up Slippy, calls up Falco, finds Crystal, and they go out and save the day. It doesn't make any sense. Like, the Angler forces don't do anything in this entire plot. Like, there are, like, other routes where there are more lore bits acknowledged, there's more stuff going on, and I kind of do want to go through them to see kind of the weird shit that's hiding in here. Like the whole dash thing, and I'm specifically thinking of Crystal, like, defending Andross's actions and, like, saying that Fox only hates him because he killed his father and stuff like that. Like, there's lots of weird stuff in this game that I recall. Like, playing through it again as an adult, it comes off as even more strange. Just the weird decisions they made with this. Like the continuity problems. Like, the game is, like, so paradoxically both extremely in continuity and out of it. In the sense where, like, Crystal flies a ship called the Cloud Runner, right? You know, that's a reference to Star Fox Adventures and how she rides on a Cloud Runner at the beginning of the game. And, like, in Dinosaur Planet, she was supposed to have a Cloud Runner partner, right? Being the Cloud Runners being the pterodactyls in those games. In the original Dinosaur Planet. Well, in Dinosaur Planet and Star Fox Adventures, I should say. And, but then you have, like, weird stuff, like Fox, like, fighting with Crystal over being part of the team, like, because he doesn't want her to be hurt, and yet somehow, like, it doesn't make any sense with what we saw in Assault, where she was an active member of the team, and obviously had been for some time. Nothing about it made any sense. Like, and the ending where, like, you meet up with Crystal, seemingly make up with her, and then, like, at the end, she just cucks Fox for Panther. Like, the game explicitly tells you this. Like, it's going to appear in my community blog in the next couple of days, where Fox just Or that panel of Fox just crying like a bitch when Crystal runs away from him. It's hilarious. It's pathetic, but like it is canon. It is real. And not only is it real, it's the first ending you see. So like if you played this game and did not like it, like this is the one ending that's gonna stick with you. Like Fox McCloud being a cuck. It's a complete joke. I hate it. I do, but I am morbidly curious. Like, I grew up with this game, right? So, like, as a result of that, even though the game is deeply flawed, even though, like, I have a lot of problems with it, like, I still reasonably enjoyed playing it. Like, if nothing but the sheer cringe factor and showing it off to my audience. Like, it was an interesting experience. It's a game with an interesting history. It was made by the same people who made Star Fox 2, directed by Dylan Cuthbert, I believe, who was involved with the original Star Fox. Like, it's weirdly very much in line with the Super Nintendo games, especially now that Star Fox 2 is available to the public. So it might actually have some weird historical value. Like, it has the most playable characters on any Star Fox game. It has, like, completely different ships with their completely different capabilities. It has, like, interesting aspects to the plot, right? Like, Octoman from F-Zero is in there for some reason. I never understood why. I didn't even see him in my playthrough, but he's there. Like, you can find him. There are 9 different endings. Like, there are lots of different paths you can take to get to those endings. Like, the story plays out differently. Like, there are positive aspects to it. Like, in spite of everything, I don't really think there's any other game quite like this one. And for that reason alone, it might be well worth a glance. Like, it's not the best game ever, but, most games aren't.